subcar. A subcar is an imaginary vehicle which moves at the bottom of the ocean. So it is represented in this picture. So the seafloor is assumed to be flat, and the vehicle has no propellers. It means that the only way to move is to use as an actuator, as a unique actuator, a weight, here painted red, which can move forward and backward with a motor. So represented by U, the force that is that exists on the weight. Of course, due to the action-reaction principle of Newton, when we push the weight forward, the main box will move backward. Okay, so U is the reaction force of the weight, but made by the box. X1 corresponds to the position of the subcar, so the distance between 0 and the car. We have X2, which is corresponds to the position of the weight inside the hull. V1 here is the speed of the hull, and V2 the speed of the weight. So we'll assume for simplicity that the mass of the weight and the mass of the main box are both equal to 1. So and we are also in a fluid, that's why we are in the ocean. We are in the fluid, and we'll assume that the reaction force, so the friction force due to the water, will be proportional to the square of the speed, as represented here. We can see that it is only V1 which is involved, since the force of the water, the friction force, applies only on the main box, on the hull. So the question we have to solve, we'll assume that all coefficients are assumed to be taken as 1, and we have to show that a feasible model, state space model for this system, is given by these equations. That's why then in the second part we have to find a controller so that the subcar will move forward. When the car moves on the right, then the friction force due to the water will be in this direction. And recall that we want to move forward, so we want to move in this direction. So the only way for us to have a propulsion force from the water is to move left, so that the force will be like this, and then I will have some propulsion to the right. So the only way to have a force on the right for the whole system from the environment is to move left. For the state equation, about my first question, I will have to consider the speed of the hull, and from the Newton law I will have something like the mass multiplied by the acceleration on V1. So the derivative of V1 is equal to minus U, because it corresponds to the reaction force due to the weight on the hull. This is why I have a minus. Minus the speed, so the square of the speed, and it is like this, due to the fact that it is an algebraic square. This can be negative. The mass will be taken as 1. This is why I remove it. Now, for the weight, this is for the hull. Now for the weight, in red. For the weight, the acceleration will be the acceleration of the hull, so this one, plus the acceleration of the weight inside the box. This one. This corresponds to the global acceleration. And the only force that can be applied on the weight is U. So this is why I have this. Okay. Now, if I add these two equations, I will have okay, from these two equations I get the derivative V2 is equal to 2U plus V1 square. Okay, so it means that since the state is of the whole system corresponds to x1, x2, so the degrees of freedom x1 of the hull, x2 of the weight, and their derivative, so v1 and v2. We have the following state equation. X dot 1 corresponds to the speed, v1. X dot 2 corresponds to v2. And from this equation, I get v dot 1 is equal to minus u minus v1 square, and the 2 is equal to 2u plus v1 a1. Okay, so I have state equation because I have something like the derivative of x, this, is equal to a function of x and u. For the simulation, I will consider the following Python program, which uses the Autolib library. So I will initialize my system everything to 0, x1 to 0, x2 to 0, and then I will just propose to start to draw the subcar. So here I draw the box like this at position x1, and I draw it black here. Okay, so this corresponds to x1 and 0. Then I draw magenta the mass inside. So this corresponds to the sketch for the weight, and this one corresponds to the sketch for the car. So I will not draw the wheels. Here I perform a translation of x1, and here for the second one I will do a translation x1 plus x2. Here I switch to Python. I have my program which use Autolib, which is given here. I run the program, and I can see here the small weight magenta, and here black corresponds to the main car. For the simulation, I will have to use to integrate the state equation, and for this I will use the Euler integration chain here. Then I will have to program the evolution function f of xu, and it is given here. So I extract from the state the variable of interest. I return here v1, v1, v2, v2. This one corresponds to this one, and that one corresponds to that one. I also added a sample time which is small here for the integration, and here it is a time. So I perform a loop for the simulation, and at each step I clear the screen. Here I extract my state variable, but I will not use it inside the loop. U is equal to 0. That's why probably this will not move. So I start my program, and of course nothing is moving. So if I want to move something, I will have to change the u here, and I will, for instance, put sine of t. So if I do this, it will oscillate left and right. I do this, I run, and I can see that I oscillate left and right, but there is no reason that we can see that the weight is going outside the box, which is not consistent with the reality. I had to, due to the stop on the left and the right in the box, I will have to make the weight attracted by the center in the control loop. So here, for instance, I will add minus x1, x2, for instance, so that x2 corresponds to the position of the weight. So we can see that if I put it in the control loop, and here I can put what I want, I'm not allowed to touch the state equation here, the physics of the system, but here I can put what I want. So probably now the position of the weight will be limited to the bound of the box. I run it. And we can see indeed that I oscillate. My weight stays inside the box. We can understand that when the weight moves left, the box moves right, so the hull moves right. But what I want is to go forward. For the second question, I have to find the controller for the system. So for this, I will have here the controller, which will generate u to the system and will take as an input the state, so it will be x1, x2, v1, v2. And what I want is that the whole system, with the control, of course, inside the controller, which is inside the car, that the whole system goes right. Oh, I need to understand that the propulsion of the whole system is only due to the friction of the hull with respect to the water. So we understand that we have to move left and right the weight to make a cycle. We understand also that the cycle should not be symmetric. We can understand this, otherwise the hull will stay at the same position. So assume, for instance, that we start at position 0, so with no speed. So if u is positive, as in the picture, then the weight will move right. And as a counter reaction, the hull will move left. So this one will move left. So due to the water, I will have a force like this, and the whole system will be accelerated to the right. So that we can say that the water push the hull to the right, and to make a cycle, we also have to bring back the weight to its initial position, and this makes the hull come back to 0. So we understand that we need an asymmetrical cycle. So we will try to take into account that the force of the water is proportional to the square of the speed of the hull. So this is an important fact. It means that I need to reach higher speed when I go left, so that the influence of the friction will be higher, and this will push my box more on the right. Okay. So what we propose for this is the following controller. Which is given here. So here it is the car, the sub-car, and here it is a very simple controller with two states. So it corresponds to what we call a Petri net. So at there is two states. The place on the left is for z equal to 0, and the one on the right is z equal to 1. So it means that the state variable, the state of my controller is the, which is either equal, it belongs to 0, 1. Okay, so now if I am in this position, I will generate u2 equal to 0. So it means that I will have here an acceleration to the right, and the box will go to the left. I will stop as soon as x2 goes beyond a given limit, which is here equal to 1. So when x2 equal greater than 1, I stop accelerating and I switch to this state. Now z equals 0 and u equal to -1. So it means that I will decelerate. But note that the acceleration is higher than the acceleration on the right is higher than the acceleration on the left. Why? Because if I accelerate more the weight on the right, then the box will go faster on the left, and the influence of the water will be stronger. It is what I want. So due to this dissimilarity, I understand that probably for the cycle I will move right, and it is what I will check by a simulation. Note also that when I come back, I will have to switch from z equal to 1 to z equal to 0 as soon as I have reached a limit which corresponds to 0. Okay, so we can understand that this inside this box, the weight will stay beyond, will not go beyond limits, and will stay in the car. So I will consider the following Python program with the implementation of my controller. So the controller is given here. So I extract from x my variable, and here I have introduced a new state variable for the controller, z, which is either 0 or 1. So at the beginning, z equal to 0, and u is also equal to 2, as suggested here. Then, if z equal to 0, so if I am here, and if this transition can be validated because x2 goes beyond 1, then z is equal to 1, as suggested here, and u, and the value of u is now -1. Okay, so this line corresponds to this transition. Now I have another line here which corresponds to that transition. So if I am in this state, and if x2 is smaller than 0, so my weight goes to the left of the left stop, of the left limit, then I switch to the z equal to 0, which was my previous state. So these two lines correspond to my Petri net here. The only variable I need, state variable I need for this controller is x2, the position of my weight inside the box. I switch to Python. Here. I run the program. I can see that the weight goes left and right, oscillating like this, and slowly the box will move right. In this picture I have represented the trajectory of x. So recall that x is equal to x1, x2, v1, v2. So to represent in a two-dimensional plane the trajectory, I can choose either x1, x2 or v1, v2. Okay, see I choose, for the initialization I have taken all equal to 0. So we can understand that if I start here, in the x1, x2, where this one is a hull, this one is a weight, we can understand, we can see the oscillation, and the blue region corresponds to z equal to 0, and the magenta region corresponds to z equal to 1. We can see that I start at 0, and I have some oscillation with respect to x1 around 0, so probably the okay, the 0 is here. Okay, so it's not exactly in the center, but it's exactly the same. It's just an offset which has no influence. So we can understand that I have some oscillation of the weight, and the hull also oscillates, but it goes to the right as expected. Here I have a representation in the x.1, x.2 space, and I can see that I have some kind of symmetry except at the beginning, and in this region globally my system accelerates right, but after I have no more acceleration statistically. This is why I have such a symmetry. So it's quite normal. It means that the global speed of my system is constant. At the beginning I have some acceleration due to the fact that I am on the right part of this line, and after, due to the symmetry in the speed space, I can see that globally my acceleration is 0, but my speed is constant. And here, from f, I am able to compute the derivative v.1, v.2, so it corresponds to the acceleration, and this also corresponds to a cycle except at the beginning, where I start from 0.